2025. It's in the books partially, as we had the election today. Beautiful day for people to get out and vote. And join me is Nate Brewer, Sylacauga City Council District 3. And congratulations on 4 more years, sir.
Thank you, Jimmy Dale. I appreciate that. It was a big honor to win again, and the people of District 3 has put their trust in me for 4 more years, and I am very grateful and humbly appreciative.
Well, a lot of interest in the mayor's race, so we're going to get to that right now. And it looks like a runoff between Dr. Matthew Hubbard with 999 votes to Brian Taunton, 845, Jada Combs with 206, and incumbent Jim Heigl with 236 votes. And a lot of people thought that this mayor's race would be a runoff, and a lot of people thought it would be between these two.
Yes, sir, we did. And I'm going to tell you something. I thank Mr. Jim Heigl for his 20 years of dedication to this city. Mayor Jim has done a good job for our city, and that doesn't need to go unnoticed. I still consider Mayor Heigl a friend of mine. I'm very appreciative for what he helped me do.
2 terms?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's done 2 terms, and I've done a term with him, and I'm very appreciative for what he's helped me do and helped me learn.
Let's get to other numbers. District 1, we throw that up now, and you know, Greer Wright with no problem whatsoever in District 1. So we go back to that. It's District 2 here with Tiffany Nix. Here's District 1 with Greer Wright with 487 votes. Colton Kraft with 73 votes, Michael Landers with 55, Cheryl Mickey with 42, and Tina Sanders with 81 votes, but Greer Wright runs away with District 1.
Yes, Greer runs away with District 1, and you know, all those guys done a good job, and I think their campaign was all well and good, and I think people voted for Greer because of Sam and Connie, which was good people and pillars of our community, and I'm sure Greer do a good job.
And she had some good ideas at the forum.
Sure.
As did all of the candidates. And, you know, Mike Landers, he's run before. Tina Sanders and Cheryl Mickey and Colton Kraft, all newcomers to the political arena. But Greer Wright with the win tonight in District 1. Let's go to District 2. And we'll get to that in just a moment. In District 2, it was Tiffany Nix, the president of the Sylacauga City Council, the incumbent with 126 votes, and A.J. Antonio Stamps with 103 votes. So it'll be a runoff between those two. And also Christopher Kirkland had 59 votes. So that's in District 2. So you got runoff in District 2, you got a runoff in the mayor's race, and we move to District 3, and that is you, 2 terms now, 230 votes to 120 for Zach Mayo. Zach's first time he's run for office, did a good job.
Zach did a good job. He done everything he knew how to do, and I know there was people that's mad at me for whatever, and they helped and talked and coached him into running, and I'm glad he ran because I think he loves this city. But you know, before I left the rec, you know, Jimmy Dale, this is probably the biggest municipal, not the biggest, but a municipal race that has been paid for by somebody. People were paid to run in this election, and that's fine if that's what people want to do. But at the end of the day, the district and the city has spoken. Yep. They have decided. Yep. District 3 wants Nate Brewer. They want Greer wants to go to District 1, and then we're going to have a mayor's race. And we're going to find out who the city really wants as the mayor and who they're going to trust.
Let's look at District 4 City Council. The incumbent, Lee Pearman, with 143 votes, but Tim Vincent, a newcomer, with 251 votes. So it's going to be a runoff between those two. And with Cedric DeBarbaladen with 117 and Diana Thornton with 47 votes. So a runoff in District 4 as well. Let's go to District 5. That was a hotly contested race. Laura Barlow Heath will go back into office for another term, 196 votes, and John Wesson with 157 votes. John ran again in 5 years ago for this spot as well, but Laura Barlow Heath goes back into office, and so you got some of the people that have run and won re-election. Others, they'll maybe look at it again in 4 years.
Yes, sir, you do. But here's the thing, Jimmy Dale. A lot of these people who run for office, they're not new to the city. They're just new to politics, and they're new to getting into the ring and figuring out how things work and wanting their city to be better. So, and I encourage anybody to run for office, because if you love this place as much as I do, you need to run. I encourage it.
If you look at the mayor's race and the incumbent Mayor Jim Heigl beaten today, and he had 236 votes, but Matt Hubbard, a newcomer with a history of education, is in a runoff with Brian Taunton, who is a pastor in this town and does a good job, and that's going to be a runoff to watch right there.
It will be, because here's the thing. You've got Dr. Hubbard that has been an administrator for half his career, and that's what the mayor's job is. It's administrative. It's dictating and handling things and doing what you're supposed to do. Then you've got Brian, that's a local pastor here in town, that also does administrative work with his church. So, I mean, you've got two different things going there. So,
well, the turnout was low. We had hoped it would be a much larger turnout today. It was a beautiful day. And there were a lot of signs at J. Craig Smith Community Center for sure.
Good look. Now, that right there was kind of, that was nutso. I mean, I believe in putting signs out, but we was really on top of each other. So, I mean, that was why. But look, everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants their name out there. And if that's what people want to do, then have at it.
All right, let's look at the numbers once again. And we begin with the mayor's race and runoff between Dr. Matthew Hubbard and Brian Taunton. Hubbard with 999 votes, right at the 1,000 mark, and Brian Taunton with 845 votes. Both of these gentlemen, they ran different type races. Brian with a lot of social media, Matt Hubbard with a lot of he got out and knocked on doors as Brian did, but Matthew Hubbard with 999 votes, and incumbent Jim Heigl with 236 votes, and you wonder if Jim has run his last race.
Well, and it could be, that some of his people, like mine, some of my people have passed away in my district. I mean, I didn't see. I know I've had actually 25 people that have passed away, so they wasn't able to come to the poll. So you never know when you get in those types of situations. Then, like we talked before, and I think we've all been talking about it since May. The city's wanted
a long time.
It is. City wanted to change. They wanted to go a different direction. They got tired of hearing what's going on at City Hall. They got tired of legal fees. They got tired of hearing about this, and they made their decision tonight.
Yep, and the mayor's race, 44% for Dr. Matthew Hubbard, 37% for Brian Taunton, 10% for the incumbent Jim Heigl, and Jada Combs. She was on with me this morning on Daybreak, she and her husband, and Jada is a classy lady. As a matter of fact, she was cooking hot dogs out there today.
She was, and she was offering anybody that come by, she was offering them something to eat.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Jada's first class.
Yeah. And City Council District 1, Greer Wright, and Greer has her family name, and she, when she spoke at the forum last week, she brought up a lot of interesting ideas that she has for District 1, and so she wins without a runoff with let me see, right, 487 votes, and nobody else got to 100 votes in that race. And so Greer Wright with 487 votes, and you look at the numbers, and we felt like that there'd be a runoff in the mayor's race, and you see Tiffany Nix in District 2, that's going to be a runoff with she and A.J. Antonio Stamps. Antonio Stamps, a newcomer to the political arena as well, and Christopher Kirkland with 59 votes. So Tiffany Nix, the incumbent, will be in a runoff. So you got several runoffs in our city. Now, tell me when the runoff is. You're a political guy. When is it?
I think it's 2 weeks from today, maybe. Is that right? 23rd.
Okay.
23rd.
And, so, you know, that's coming up, and you've got several races yet to be determined, and that's coming up in a couple of weeks. And then, was it in November that
It's the first meeting in November, the new mayor and the new council takes office.
Yeah, so a lot of hard work by all these. There were 20 total candidates that ran for office, and we applaud every one of them. So there are several people that are in runoffs, and we've got a lot of people coming up in District 3. Nate Boom Boom Brewer with 230 votes. Zach Mayo, a newcomer, with 120 votes. City Council District 4, it was Tim Vincent. You know, a lot of people didn't know a whole lot about Tim Vincent, but he made a statement today.
He did make a statement today, and look, Tim's not a stranger to town. You know, Tim worked for the police department, and Tim's been around a long time, so District 4 will be an interesting race also.
And Frank Lee Perriman, of course, media guy, and the incumbent in District 4 with 143 votes, and Cedric DeBarbaladen with 117, Dinah Thornton with 47 votes. We got a lot of people in the House. Laura Barlow Heath with District 5 win over John Wesson, 196 votes to 157 votes. We got some folks standing by. We're going to come back with some special guests in just a bit as we continue on this election 2025.
Remember your first car? The butterflies you had on your first date? Or your first home? Remember his first steps? Or his first day of school? Remember the thrill of opening your first business? For every milestone, every memory, every first, think First Bank of Alabama.
A funeral service represents a family's final farewell to their loved ones. Knowing this, we go beyond what is expected to ensure the ceremony is beautiful and memorable, a truly fitting tribute to that special life. We invite you to visit us to meet our staff and tour our renovated facility complete with a new dining area and catering services. We've been serving the people of this area for over 40 years, and we think that you'll be pleased to find that making lasting impressions remains our first priority. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.
Uncle Marcus, will you tell us a story about King Boys again?
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2008.
2008?
We didn't have all the fancy towing equipment we do now, but we did have a service and a desire to help our customers. You see, kids, you must train your mind and your body to be able to help the people you call customers. When they call on us, it's showtime. Understand me. King Boys' mission is to help when people are in need. So what's our motto, children?
King Boys forever!
We continue with election 2025. Brian Taunton, a candidate for mayor in a runoff, and 845 votes. And Brian, 37% of the total vote. Good evening. Your face is red. It's been a long day, hasn't it, man?
It's been a long day, Jimmy Dale. It started out a little bit before 7 this morning. We've been out there meeting and greeting the folks, and that's the first thing I'd like to say. I want to thank everybody that came out today and showed that you cared about our city and voted in this election. God bless you, and I pray that you'll all come back out again on September the 23rd. I'm thankful that we're in a runoff. I'm also don't want to forget to thank my family and all of their support, and for everybody that got out there and voted for me today. Thank you so much for coming out, and then let's do it again on September 23rd.
You know, it was a beautiful day.
Beautiful, outstanding, cloudy, overcast for most of the day. Of course, I still got a lot of sun today. I probably should have wore a sombrero. That might have helped me.
But talk about your campaign, and where does it take us from here?
Well, it's just more doors, knocking on. We've knocked on a lot of doors, and of course we'll continue our social media presence, and we'll keep that going. We've just got to put more feet to the pavement and just keep on keeping on.
Any surprises? A lot of people thought it was going to be a runoff in the mayor's race.
Yeah, I think when you've got candidates like Jada and Jim and Matt, it's definitely going to divide your vote quite a bit. And I think probably Jim and I share a lot of the same followers. It was to be expected. You know, you certainly hope that you've put in enough leg work that you get out there and you can just, you know, by the grace of God, pull out that 51%, and it's over with today, because I think I can speak for every candidate out there to say we are worn plumb out. We've been campaigning, most of us, since May, and it's tiring when you're knocking on that many doors.
Kudos to Mayor Jim Heigl. Here's a man that loves our city, a military veteran, two-term mayor, and he worked hard, but you know, sometimes people speak for a change.
They do, and you know, and Jim's got, you know, his time in on city council too, and there's no question about Jim that he loves this community. And if I heard anything while out there on the campaign trail, it was that, look, you know, I love Jim. He loves this city. It's just time to do something different. So
Matt Hubbard, the leader in the mayor's race, and you guys are no strangers to one another either.
No. We work together on the steering committee for the new rec center, and of course have bumped into each other, you know, here and there all throughout Sylacauga. So we're not strangers. You know, we're just going to continue doing what we're doing, running a clean campaign, and just stay on top of things.
So in the next few weeks, you're going to be talking to more and more people, but you ran a different race than a lot of people ran, as far as you did a lot of social media work.
Yes, and we're going to continue doing that. And honestly, if I'm blessed with the office of mayor, I intend to keep that going, because that's a great way to communicate with our citizens and let them know what's going on, and keep putting your platform out there, talking about what's happening on city council, and just getting that word to the people out there. I think it's a great way.
There's going to be new faces in the council, a new mayor.
Yep.
If you're elected mayor, what would be the one or two things you would begin to do automatically?
Well, you know, we've already said one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to put together that flood mitigation task force. That's going to happen within the first 100 days. I think that we also then begin to, with this new council, set a new tone for City Hall. A tone where we're all working collectively. Yes, absolutely. We're working collectively and try to head our city in one direction together, unified, with full transparency, keeping everybody abreast of what's going on.
I know you're tired. It's been a long day, but thank you for dropping by.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Brian Taunton in runoff in the mayor's race, and we've got more coming up on Decision 2025 in just a minute.
Remember your first car? The butterflies you had on your first date? Or your first home? Remember his first steps? Or his first day of school? Remember the thrill of opening your first business? For every milestone, every memory, every first, think First Bank of Alabama.
Mr. President, Bessemer Superhighway is backed up. What are we gonna do?
Are you serious? Get me the King Boys.
King Boys Towing is the fastest growing tow and recovery company in Birmingham and surrounding areas for one reason. Our customers are our top priority. Whether your car has been in an accident, is stuck in the driveway and won't start, or you just need a tow to your preferred repair shop, give us a call. Our fleet of flatbed tow trucks will provide courteous and fast service. King Boys Towing, 205-428-3235.
The all-new Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our remodeled and expanded pharmacy gives us the space to serve more patients. We've added a drive-through window for those times when you don't feel like getting out of your vehicle. And we still offer delivery within city limits. We feature a full line of over-the-counter medications and supplements. And don't forget our stunning new gift department. New building, same great people. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into original condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision.
Where quality is no accident.
The Honda Summer Event is going on now at Sarah Honda in Sylacauga. Hit the road with the hottest ride. Plus, every vehicle we offer comes with a Sarah Promise, like a new 2025 Honda Civic Sedan, lease for $289 a month, or a new 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, lease for $369 a month, or like a 2025 Ridgeline, lease for $359 a month. Your ultimate summer wheels await at Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Election 2025, and you see a lot of signs at J. Craig Smith Community Center. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, and Greer Wright, nobody could make an excuse about the weather being a problem today.
Not at all. It was a beautiful day.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
On District 1, and wow, 487 votes. You, a newcomer to the political arena, but your mom and dad are not newcomers, and no. I bet a lot of people said you look like your mom, right?
I had a lot of people saying a lot of things
about
my
I'm glad they didn't say you look like
and
Sam.
my grandparents. Yeah, well, as a little girl, I always said, why don't they say I look like my daddy? But, I can't deny my mom. That's
well, congratulations.
Sure. Thank you.
And hard work by you, 487 votes and no runoff. I know you're glad of that.
I am. I'm very thankful, and I just want to tell the people out there in Sylacauga, thank you. Thank you for coming out and voting. Thank you for supporting me. I've got big shoes to fill, I know that, and I do want to be a voice for you, but I thank you for all the people that came out to vote for all of District 1. That shows a lot for our district, and all of Sylacauga that came out to vote. I really appreciate it. You did have, we had some beautiful weather, so I appreciate you taking the time to come.
So, District 1, what needs to be done in District 1?
The biggest thing I heard was the ditches and the flood mitigation, and it affects a lot of people's property. And when it affects people's property, that's money, and that's money to them, and that is a crucial effort that we need to make as a city. And so it's one thing to fix a ditch one time, but we've got to look at the entire structure and where all the ditches connect. And I've been taking pictures of ditches, good ditches, bad ditches, ditches that are working, ditches that are not working. We've got to come up with a plan on easements and how we get allow the city to get in there to do the work that needs to be done. But we've got to come up with an overall comprehensive plan.
Talk about our city. There's been a lot of people who've talked about, man, we've got to have some peace at City Hall.
I said this on your show, and I really do mean it. There are job descriptions for city council, and there's job descriptions for mayor. And we've got a lot of crossover that's happening. A mayor is the executive branch of our city, and we need a strong leader that can rally the troops. They're the ones that need to be telling our department heads what needs to be done. That department head should not listen to 5 city council members calling him and telling him, I need you to go here and I need you to go there. We've got to get back to where the mayor is taking care of the things that are going on in the city. Yes, we're going to hear from our constituents, but we need to be talking to our mayor, and our mayor needs to be handling those things for the city.
What do you bring to the table as a brand new city councilman in District 1?
Well, I said it in the forum. I bring maturity, and one of the candidates said, well, I like what you said. And I said, it's not all about age. Yes, I am going to be one of the oldest people up there. But, you know, maturity comes from experience. It comes from having lived life. You know, outside of being a political person, I bring business sense. I want to bring revenue to the city. I want to grow our city. And of the people I talked to, I only had one person in my district say, I'm happy with the way things are. I don't want to grow at all. I don't agree with anything you have to say. And that haunts me a little bit. But you know what? I appreciate their honesty about it. Now, I do want to see our city move forward. I want to see us grow. The only way we're going to get the things that the people all want, which is all these activities for kids and, you know, things that we want, it has to come from an economic perspective. I've talked to businesses already, just today. I've said, how many of you have had visits from the mayor or the city council leaders to come in and say, what are you doing that we can help you do better? And I think it starts there. I mean, talking to our city leaders, and I'm talking about business owners, and asking them, you know, what do you see we need? And I think listening is a big part of it.
What would you say to the other city councilmen, ladies and gentlemen, as we turn the page and you're in District 1, what would you say to the other city council leaders about working together?
Put down your personal agendas. Put down anything that you think you know about each other, and let's start fresh. We've got to get some maturity of, if I don't like you, I'm not going to work with you. And Jimmy, I know that's kind of, you're laughing, but it is so blatant. I mean, you can't take it out on, just because you didn't vote for so-and-so, you cannot let that affect what is a common good for this city. I mean, we can't have we don't like the way that company's run, we're not going to do business with them. We can't act like that. That's like a 2-year-old. We've got to be mature of thinking what's best for our city overall. And so turn the page. Let's all start afresh. We do need to get back to what the city council needs to be doing and what the mayor needs to be doing, and we need to work together with that mayor. And I don't think that has been happening, which has led to a lot of the problems that we've had, because the mayor's not been allowed to be the mayor.
So what did you glean from your father, who was a mayor here in Sylacauga for several terms, and what did you glean from him?
Well, my dad was a people pleaser, and Ron Johnson told him early on, you're not going to please everybody. And I think he really, really worked his 8 years that he was mayor to really make everybody happy. I am not my dad. I've got a mix of my mom and my dad. My mom and dad were both people. I mean, people. I mean, they love people. They were extroverts. They went to a room. They worked a room, best of anybody I've ever seen. I gleaned a lot from Dad because he genuinely loved people. He genuinely loved Sylacauga. You couldn't deny that. Nobody I've ever met has been able to deny that he didn't love this city. Probably to a fault, because he took a lot of things to heart. And he gave it his all. He really did. And I'll give it my all, but I know I'm going to make some people unhappy. But if I communicate the reasons why we're having to make these decisions, and that's what I want to do. We're not always going to be happy with the decisions that are made, but we've got to understand the reasoning, and we've got to talk to our constituents about why things are being done the way they are.
So what's next for you? You know, you won the election in District 1. What's next? You going to take a few days off?
I'm going to take a few days off. I'm going to do a little bit of work because I still work. And I've got family coming in for the weekend, so I'm going to look forward to that. And then I'm going to get back and really study. I want to study what the League of Municipalities are. I want to see what I need to be getting ready for. I want to read some Alabama code, things of that nature. So
it's a learning curve.
There's a learning curve here.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of conversation, especially at the forum, about our municipal complex and it being built, and concern about our children being able to get to and fro from the recreation center and the pool. I know that's a concern of yours.
my concern is the fact that, and correct me if I may have misunderstood this, but the steering committee had come to a decision on where the pool should go, recreation center, whatever we want to call it, and the Parks and Rec Board had come up with a place that they thought it should go, and neither one of those are on the table, and this decision was made solely by the city council to put it here. So I'm not quite sure why this location was chosen. I'm still not sure why we couldn't have fixed the pool, but we're already here. I've been told, Greer, you can't stop the motion that's moving forward, and so, okay, I can get over that. I love pickleball, so I'm going to be fine. But I am concerned. I'm very concerned with where it's going to go, and but you know what? If it goes where it's supposed to go and they do the things they need to do, we're going to have to really work to make it accessible for all the children to get there. And we're going to have to figure that out. If it means we're going to have to look at a shuttle bus, or if we're going to have to look at buses that, I don't know. We're going to have to look at something, but we're going to have to make sure these kids are safe getting to and from.
Greer, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate what you mean to our city, and it's time to get to work now for sure, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, we got more coming up in just a minute. Don't go away.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with mini dental implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves the cities of Sylacauga, Childersburg, Moody, and surrounding counties. Unlike regular banks, Heritage South Credit Union is member-owned, and with over 13,000 members, Heritage South Credit Union is the premier financial institution in the markets they serve. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for over 80 years, federally insured by the NCUA.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
The model year-end sales event is going on now at Tony Sarah Ford. The final 2024 and 2025 models are moving fast, like a new Ford F-150 with 2.9% financing and up to $7,500 in bonus cash. or a new 2025 Ford Escape with 0% financing, or a new Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport with 5.9% financing plus $6,250 in bonus cash. Our model year-end sales event is going on now at Tony Sarah Ford in Sylacauga.
Our first date was...
Well, beautiful day for voting in Sylacauga, and I tell you, it was a gorgeous day for a hot dog, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Jada Combs, our guest, and in office of mayor. And think about it, you ran 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have forgotten about that, including me.
Yeah, it's okay.
But anyway, your thoughts about today, you don't seem upset or anything.
No. It just wasn't my time. It's a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. We shared hot dogs and drinks and
I didn't get one of those hot dogs either, you know.
You missed out.
I know.
You missed out. It was good.
Yeah. So what do you say to the citizens of Sylacauga now that this race is kind of narrowed down a little bit?
Go out and vote. You have to go out and vote. Vote for your change. Your voice matters. It really does.
What were people telling you today?
That if I do win or if I'm in a runoff, you know, it's okay. And I told them if I do or don't win, it's going to be okay.
You know, you're a woman of faith.
Yes, I am.
And know God has a plan for your life.
Yes, He does.
You and your husband were on with me this morning.
Yes, sir.
And you said you're ready for some shut-eye tonight, right?
I can't wait.
So what do you say to the two men that are in the runoff? And what would you expect of them?
I expect them to get along very well. I expect them to congratulate one or the other. I expect them to be friends no matter what happens. And may the best man win, and God's got the both of y'all. I love you both, and we'll do it together.
You're in the nursing profession
I am.
and caring for a lot of people. Our city of Sylacauga is a little fragmented, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say to those that are watching tonight about pulling together as one?
We've got to pull together. No matter what your disagreements are, no matter if you don't like someone, that's not what we're here for. Love thy neighbor, first and foremost. Unite, because Sylacauga needs it, no matter what happens.
When did you begin your campaign?
I started about 2 years ago trying to fill it out, and I continued then.
So with the election now in the past, as far as you're concerned, as far as the mayoral election is concerned, what have you learned in this?
That hard work, it'll pay off in the end, no matter what I do. You know, never be disappointed in the failure, because it's not. It's your stepping stone to do it again and do it better.
So before we let you go tonight, what does the city of Sylacauga need to do as far as leadership is concerned about taking us into another 4 years?
We need to respect one another, listen to our citizens, join, unite, because if we don't, we're going to lose our city. Watch out for these kids. Make sure they have something to do on a daily basis, and love thy neighbor, like God said.
What do you mean by coming together or the possibility of losing our city? What do you mean by that?
What I mean by it is we're going to lose our population. All of our young people are going to go elsewhere. They spend their money elsewhere. If we don't get stuff in immediately and work on the people inside, we're going to lose them.
You're a mother.
Yes, I am.
And
a grandma.
You see what our need is in our city. And, you know, we've got pickleball, we've got this and that and the other. We've got the new facility being built here in Sylacauga with a pool and basketball and that kind of thing. But you go back to, if we don't work together, all of it is null and void.
Null and void. Because if we can't decide on where to put a rec center, then how are we going to decide on what to do with our children?
Well, congratulations. Thank you for coming by.
Oh, yes.
And, keep up the good work. Keep a smile on your face.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We got more coming up in just a minute.
The all-new Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our remodeled and expanded pharmacy gives us the space to serve more patients. We've added a drive-through window for those times when you don't feel like getting out of your vehicle. And we still offer delivery within city limits. We feature a full line of over-the-counter medications and supplements. And don't forget our stunning new gift department. New building, same great people. Marble City Pharmacy, here for life.
Remember your first car? The butterflies you had on your first date? Or your first home? Remember his first steps? Or his first day of school? Remember the thrill of opening your first business? For every milestone, every memory, every first, think First Bank of Alabama.
Bonanza, the famous Western television series, is now on WOIL TV 47. Join Little Joe, Hoss, Adam, and Ben Cartwright on the Ponderosa every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Fist fighting, chicken chasing, gunslinging, and more. Join us for Coffee and Bonanza every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 47.
At Jacksonville State University, the journey starts with you. It begins with your ambition, your curiosity, your dreams. Here, you forge your own path. You have the power to make a difference, explore new horizons, and turn your passions into your future. At Jack State, we journey forward together. The journey starts with you.
I need the King Boys.
Don't call two clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them King Boys.
The model year-end sales event is going on now at Sarah Nissan. The final 2025 models are moving fast, like a new Nissan Pathfinder, Rogue, or Murano with 0% financing for up to 60 months. Or a new Nissan Frontier with 3.49% financing and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Or stop by our showroom to see the newly redesigned Nissan Armada. Our model year-end sales event is going on now at Sarah Nissan with locations in Birmingham, Cullman, and Sylacauga.
Election 2025, and the votes have been tallied, and election results tonight in the mayor's race. You look on the screen and you see that we have a runoff between Dr. Matthew Hubbard with 999 votes, Brian Taunton with 845 votes. There'll be a runoff there. Incumbent Mayor Jim Heigl with 236 votes, and Jim, a two-term mayor, and Jada Combs, who was on with us momentarily a few minutes ago, she had 206 votes. So again, a runoff between Matt Hubbard and Brian Taunton. You look at District 1, and Greer Wright Bisanani with 487 votes. Colton Kraft with 73 votes, Mike Landers with 55 votes, Tina Sanders with 81 votes, and Cheryl Mickey with 42 votes. That was a crowded race in District 1, but Greer Wright is the winner there, handily beating the competition. In District 2, there is a runoff there with the incumbent Tiffany Nix with 126 votes, A.J. Antonio Stamps with 103 votes. So a runoff there. Christopher Kirkland with 59 votes. In District 3, Nate Brewer, the incumbent, 4 more years. Timothy Nate Brewer with 230 votes. Zach Mayo, newcomer to the election process with 120 votes. In District 4, there is a runoff there with Tim Vincent with 251 votes, And Lee Perryman, the incumbent, with 143 votes. Cedric DeBarbeline with 117, and Diana Thornton with 47 votes. So several council races with runoffs. We go to District 5, Laura Barlow Heath, the incumbent, with 4 more years, 196 votes, and John Wesson, 157 votes. And those two paired off 5 years ago in this same District 5 race, and Laura Barlow Heath won there, and also the winner of today's race as well in District 5. Now, in 2020, I want to go back and look at this. In 2020, Jim Heigl, with 1,223 votes, almost 60% of the vote for Mayor Heigl 5 years ago. And in City Council District 1, Ashton Fowler, who I saw Ashton today, he's not running for re-election, but he won with 77% of the vote in District 1. That was 5 years ago. In City Council District 2, 5 years ago, Tiffany Nix with 68% of the vote. So she is in a runoff now in 2025. In District 3, 5 years ago, Nate Brewer was in a runoff, but he won in a runoff, and so he is again with another 4-year term, 5 years because of COVID back in 2020. And City Council District 4, Lee Perryman, 58.47% lead, president at one time of the council, and he is in a runoff coming up here in a few weeks. Laura Barlow Heath was actually Dallas Davenport. Remember Dallas? I saw Dallas not long ago. Laura Barlow Heath in 2020 had 50.41%, so she wasn't in a runoff in 2020. So again, looking at the numbers for the mayor's race, it is a two-man race now with Matt Hubbard and Brian Taunton. Matt Hubbard with 999 votes and Brian Taunton with 847 votes. And we're going to have some numbers from Childersburg in a couple of moments as well. In District 1, Greer Wright Biznati with a runaway win in District 1. In District 2, it is Tiffany Nix and A.J. Stamps. In District 3, Nate Brewer, another 4-year term there. And District 4, a runoff in District 4 with Lee Perryman and Tim Vincent. Tim Vincent, a strong run in District 4 today. And District 5, Laura Barlow Heath with another 4-year term. Well, it's a numbers game. And we appreciate all of you who went out and voted today. And continue to support our city. And there's some new faces that are going to be at City Hall. There's going to be a new mayor and several other new faces as well. We've got some numbers from Childersburg as well. And this is Yank Wesson, the incumbent, is the mayor in Childersburg. I don't see the numbers there. But, okay, so Mayor Wesson is, again, going to be back in office for 4 more years. Ward A, Robbie Little. Ward B is a runoff between Jonathan Barclay and Paul Spivey. In Ward C, Gerald Wallace. Gerald was, he didn't have anybody run against him, as did Ward D, Wesley Allen. We had Wesley on the show a few days ago. And Ward E, Tommy Ivy and James Marbury in a runoff, the city of Childersburg. And so that's from the Childersburg Chamber of Commerce getting those numbers to us tonight. So we appreciate you heading out to the polls today. A lot of signs will be removed. I saw some people removing signs even as the polls closed tonight. Numbers were down as we thought there would be much activity, much more activity in the city of Sylacauga as far as the polls were concerned. But you have those numbers. We've got runoffs in the mayor's race and several of the city council races as well. Appreciate all of our folks coming by tonight, and we're going to leave it with you. And hope you can join us in the morning bright and early at 5:30 for news, sports, and weather. We'll have some more interviews tomorrow also. We thank you for watching. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching Election 2025.